Hello and welcome. My name is Helena Hall, and today I'm going to be talking briefly about how and why thoughts create our health and our reality. So today I want to talk around how thoughts create our reality, and the basis of this is probably really more easily demonstrated when you look at it from how is our body created, how is the atoms and the physical elements that we can actually see and measure. Our understanding of medicine was very much centered, or currently still is very much centered, in the Newtonian view. Now, that view is very much around understanding the body as a machine that is built on genes and chemicals. So that's pretty much the primary view. Now, quantum physics takes a slightly different angle, which sees that everything is built on energy and matter. So everything's energy, everything is matter and invisible forces. Now, when you understand or you look at the body through the lens of quantum physics, that's where things start to change. So old medicine is really perfect for trauma and for fighting infectious diseases. But when it comes to chronic diseases, it's not as useful, not as helpful, because it's treating the symptom and not the cause of the problem. So the body is a dynamic system, and we've proven that we can't treat a condition in silo. So when you take a tablet, you can't just measure that tablet in the area that it needs. It goes into your body system, and you can measure the effects of that tablet across all of the body. Now, within traditional medicine, the mind and the spirit is left out, and that connection between health and mind has been severed, or hasn't even been explored in this understanding. Now, the world really changed when Einstein changed his understanding from Newton and Descartes. Now, Einstein's focus was very much a different approach, looking at things of energy, not chemicals and genes. Within epigenetics, we can see, and then there's lots of different tests that show that you can get the cells are all the same, and you can change the cells by the environment that you surround them in. So that's pretty amazing. It's not simply about being controlled by our genes or being under control by our genes. The environment has a key important part to play within that role. Now, our cells are controlled by our chemistry, or the chemistry of our blood. And the chemistry of our blood is controlled by our thoughts and our perceptions. So if you get fearful, you produce cortisol. If you're happy and joyful, you produce serotonin. So stress, cortisol and histamine, that shuts down your growth and your health and vitality, whereas love and then positive emotions produce oxytocin and serotonin. Now, this is all based on our perceptions. Now, we know that this is the key link between thoughts and health and chemicals and healing and growth. Now, one of the things that Einstein said was that invisible forces are primary in shaping the human body. So what does that mean? That means electromagnetic, infrared, brain waves, heart waves and light particles. When medicine is given, we can measure the change in light across the whole body, not just a specific area or the thing that you're trying to treat. Another test has been done to look at the level of light that we're producing, not just us as humans, but plants as well. And what they found is that they can see us radiating out low-level light, but they can't see where one begins and one ends. And it's like we're stars in a universe, but it's almost like we're part of a web, a big massive web that spans the universe or the world, and everybody's connected within that. So you can't actually measure where one person's light starts and where that person's light finishes. One of the things that Einstein said is the field is the only reality. And it's like we're part of one massive energy field. So if you look at an atom, atoms aren't physical. Atoms are like mini vortexes of energy field vibrations. So it's worth bearing in mind that every thought is changing our emotions, and every emotion is changing our chemistry, and therefore impacting our physical body, our health. So carrying all of this information all over the body are effectively receptors, or the cells that are taking your emotion and transporting it around your physical body, which impacts your health and well-being. So if you just think about if you get a shock, you don't just feel your shock in one area, you feel the shock all over your body. If you feel down, if you feel sad, you can even feel physical pain with sadness. So negative thinking, the emotions of fear and anxiety, they impact our organs as well. And a side effect of that really is that it removes blood from our vital organs and puts the blood flow into our muscles. So if you're stressed, the blood comes out of your vital organs, it goes into your muscles, enabling you to run and to fight, the fight or flight response. Now, when you're feeling happy and joyful, all of the blood flow is able to come back into your vital organs. And what does that do? It produces health. It enables you to grow. It puts your body back into balance. Now, it takes a lot of energy to repress emotional issues. And if you just think about all of the negative chatter that goes on in your head, and what your day-to-day feelings are, you can see that actually if you were to let go all of those burdens, how that would have a massive impact on your physical body. So it's really important to start with your mind, start with your thoughts, and focus in on positive thinking and feeling positive, and just letting everything else fall away. So there's no real separation from our mind and our immune system, because everything is connected. So I hope that has shed some light on how thoughts can physically impact our body, and essentially it's through the fact that we are not fully aware, or it's not mainstream knowledge of how our physical and our emotional, our spiritual bodies are composed and how they actually interact with each other. There's been a lot of different thoughts or different understandings, but the mainstream medical science hasn't really evolved into the view of epigenetics and quantum physics. It's really stuck in that old kind of science. Now, when you do view things from a different perspective, it actually all makes sense, and the different tests and the different questions that you can pose and you can think through, and it generally, you can see how one thing can lead to another, such as you have feelings of fear, you produce anxiety, your body produces cortisol and histamine that has an impact on your physical body. It changes the rate of growth and of internal healing. through stress, your blood comes out of your organs and into your muscles, enabling you to run and to fight. Therefore, you can see how one thing can lead to another, but that comes straight from your perceptions and your thoughts. So that is one aspect of how thoughts can create your physical reality. There are, as you drop this over and you extend it out, you can then start to see, well, okay, if we take the understanding from that quantum physics really sees everything as energy and vibration, you can see how your thoughts will be of a certain vibration, and therefore you will surround yourself as like attracts like, as like a magnet would, or how you will start to perceive or create or view things that match the vibration of your thoughts. So if you have negative thoughts, your life will match the vibration of your negative thoughts, and any circumstance that matches the vibration of your thoughts will then come into your life. If you have positive thoughts, then you are going to have positive thoughts of a certain vibration. We're not judging good or bad here, we're just saying it is of a certain vibration, and therefore your life and things will unfold of that something that matches on that set vibration. There are lots of different layers. That's just one element of which I thought I would touch on, because for me it's a lot clearer to see the connection between physical or thoughts to physical body, and then that's when you can start playing around, doing experiments, and actually seeing what happens if I think XYZ. Will that create or attract or open further doors of exploration? So thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this interesting. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in and around the comments. Thank you.